We Gucci.
What's good, people? Uncle Hotep, Hotep Jesus, back at it again. Hotep's been told you, episode 57. And what's going on, Hotep Jesus? I see you. You changed your at. You're officially Hotep Jesus on Twitter, and you made the switch. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, Ice Bay went viral last week. One of my followers tweeted, they said, Joe, you could take the year off, right? And I thought about that statement. I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I can't take the year off. I'm not, obviously. But it got me thinking. So I fell back. And as I fell back, I fell into deep reflection. And I was thinking about Ice Bay. And when Ice Bay dropped a video, she said, shout out to Vibe High. She didn't say Hotep Jesus. And that broke my heart. I'm not even going to lie. That shit broke my heart. And I was like, you know what? I'm changing my name. This will never happen again. There will never be another moment where Ice Bay has to call my name. She calls me anything other than Hotep Jesus. So I changed my name finally. It's now at Hotep Jesus. R.I.P. Vibe High.
R.I.P. Vibe High. Shout out to Ice Bay. I think she's coming out with a YouTube channel. So whenever that comes out, please follow that. And shout outs to her. Let's get to it.
Yo, Ice Bay got mad fakes, yo. If y'all could go and report her fakes. Yo, deadass, she got mad fakes. That's how you know she popping. She got fake accounts after fake accounts trying to be her.
That's crazy when you get fake accounts, man. Like, I've only had one time somebody was like faking me, doing a fake account of me on Facebook, talking all crazy. I was like, somebody hit me up. Like, one of my friends on Facebook hit me up like, yo, man, look at this post. I look at the post. It's me talking a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, yo, man, what's going on here? Like, man, that's crazy, man.
It was you talking smack on the internet?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you over here wilding, dog. What's up? This you? A lot of people get upset when they get fakes. I'll be mad when I don't got a fake. Like, damn, I'm not important enough to fake. Somebody create a fake Hotep Jesus account so I can feel important.
So shout out to the fakes out there. John Lemley, quick moment of silence for the end of cancer season. Also, shout out to Sweden for caring more about migrants than foreign visitors or their own citizens. Let's get right to that. Thank you, John Lemley, friend of the show. Let's get right into it. Trump is been on a tweet storm. First the Mueller thing. I guess we got to talk about that later on in the show. He went wild with that, man. I was like, man, I got the notifications. Whenever Trump tweet, I gotta get that notification. I'm trying to be on the ball. He kept going. I'm like, man, I gotta turn this off. Then he tweeted about ASAP Rocky, man. Sweden said, hey, we gonna hold him. He going to trial. Oh my gosh, man. We got Donald Trump, aka Mr. 4-5, saying free ASAP Rocky for the culture.
Yo, niggas is confused. Yo, the timeline look real confused. They like, yo, did Trump just tweet free Rocky? They lost. They don't know what to do. Black community is in disarray at the moment. So the default for the Nigna community is to just make jokes. You know what I mean? So that's the default they've run to, but the problem is this, we obviously know that ASAP Rocky has made some negative comments towards Black Lives Matter. He's made some comments about police brutality that a lot of Black people would not agree with. especially after the events of Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, et cetera, et cetera. But that's besides the point. That's not the problem here. The problem is the imprisonment of Black groupthink. You're not allowed to step outside the boundary that the white liberal has created for us. Remember, the white liberal's always in control. If the white man don't say it's so, it ain't gonna be so. So these Black folks, some of them wanna say go Trump. They want to, but they're too afraid of being canceled. You know, you gotta wait till your Twitter dad, your Twitter uncle approves, and then they could kind of go in. Black Twitter's kind of looking around at each other like, what's the move on this one? That's what I saw. What's the move on this one? You know, and you got your outliers with their stupid opinions. Like my homeboy, he hopped on the white man's internet. He said, what he say, yo? He was like, I'd rather see ASAP Rocky locked up than Trump to use him as a pawn for his agenda.
The black man would rather see another black man locked up than Trump get some credit.
Yo, like, how do people not know this is anything other than Kanye and Kim's doing? Like, do we not know that?
Yeah.
This is Kanye and Kim. This is what they've been doing. They've been on their Harriet Tubman tip. And
Kim K definitely has a line to the White House. And this is what I was saying, you know, when Trump got elected, well, I was trying to tell people, man, you gotta still keep that line open, man, because you might be able to get something done. You can't be like, oh man, screw Trump. So what are you gonna do for 4 years, 8 years? You ain't gonna get nothing.
Yeah,
this is why you have to play both sides of the fence. You know, the redacted, the lizard men, everybody else plays both sides of the aisle. So when who's ever in office, you're gonna get something out of it, right? That's the smart way to play. No, not for the Yakata, not for the shine. We gotta play. Oh man, screw Trump. I couldn't believe that guy said that, man. I wish another black man just stay in jail. Like, I mean, like ASAP got nothing to say about it.
He got to be a political prisoner because we hate Trump.
Like, who's going to be the man that's going to get locked up and be like, and Trump will say, "Hey, I can get you out of jail." They're gonna be like, "Oh, no, you ain't getting me out of jail. I'm gonna stay in jail." Nobody's saying that shit.
Nobody's saying that. Come get me right now, Trump. I'm ready for my photo too. I want out. Yeah, I don't get it, yo. The TDS is that bad, yo. It's that bad. And I didn't think it was that bad. You know, it's sad because it takes away from the work Kanye and Kim have been doing. When you say this is all Trump's agenda, first of all, Trump doesn't have a chance in hell in getting the black vote. I know it. Uncle Hotep knows it, and Donald Trump knows it. And if us three know it, everybody in the White House and Capitol Hill knows it too. Every single political talking head knows this. They know he doesn't have a chance in hell at getting the black vote. What makes you think him get ASAP Rocky is going to make his case any better when the black community don't even like ASAP Rocky? You don't think he don't know that? This is Kanye and Kim doing the work. Now, Hove couldn't take credit for this. If Hove would have hopped on this, who wins? Does TDS win or does Hove win? What if Hove said, "Yo, Trump, come get ASAP out"? That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. Hove is a prisoner to the black groupthink too. He's scared of that. He don't want to touch that line. He don't want to touch Trump. Kanye, the only one that got the balls to say, "Yo, I don't care what nobody say. Judge me how you want. I'm going to get black people out of jail. Anybody want to join me? You can. Whatever. Jim Brown. And I don't get it because What did Malcolm X teach us? They say Hotep crazy, aligning with the right. What did Malcolm X teach us? Elijah Muhammad sat in office with the white man. Marcus Garvey had meetings with the KKK. You see, men can have discussion. It's women that go, I don't want to talk right now. I don't want to talk right now. Men, we have discussions. Kanye was a man. He stood up there. He opened up dialogue, and we called him a coon. He been doing church music since day one. He do church music, and now they saying he doing it to impress the white man. It's just like, yo, we can't win, yo. That TDS is just too strong. The media got black people in a headlock, a mental headlock.
It definitely does, man. And people can't even see through it, man. It's sad. It definitely is sad. It's a sad day.
Yo, I mean, from the time here's an obvious breakdown, right? From the time the TV tell you the white man is bad, you need to be looking over your shoulder. I know they lying to me, dog. White man ain't gonna tell me the white man bad. What's the trick you got up your sleeve, yo? The TV telling us white people are bad. Did you see the Ilhan Omar comment she made the other night?
Yeah.
So they let that shit rock. Like that shit was just you know what I'm saying? Like it was just nothing.
Yeah. Let me read I think super chat. Chad, white liberals are the Fortnite storm, fight each other or get squashed in the storm. Shout out to Chad. But yeah, so free ASAP Rocky, man. I would never think ASAP Rocky would be this political football that's been tossed around today, but this is 2019 and it's peak 2019. On to Jeffrey Epstein news, and what should be the biggest news of like this of the decade, to be honest, the biggest news story of the decade, but it's not really played. You know, he got injured last night, looked like it was attempted suicide, allegedly in his prison cell. We don't know what happened. Was it redacted or did he get sick? You know what I mean? Is he trying to get to a lower tier so he can get the escape out? I don't know what's going on. You know, This man had extra passports in his safe. So, you know, he was trying to get some escape tricks out last night. But, you know, it was a whole bunch of stuff, man. I don't know what went on. Because, you know, there was a cop that's locked up in the same, you know, because, you know, I used to work in a jail. So when you have these high profile guys, you put them all in one tier. Yeah. You know, they do get the 1 hour rec, but everybody else is locked in. So when you're out, you probably can walk around and talk to everybody in the cell. You know, the news said the cop was good friends with Epstein, so he didn't hurt him. But I don't know why you're good friends with a sexual predator, you know, a sexual pedophile. You know what I mean? I thought them guys got beat up in jail. You know?
Yeah,
it's stuff, man. Is Jeffrey Epstein going to make it to trial?
That's a good question. Is he going to make it to trial? No. He's not going to make it. What's it called? The infirmary?
Yeah, the infirmary.
He might be just trying to get infirmary time.
Right. Yeah.
You know, might be a little too rough in there. He might be trying to get some infirmary time. He could be trying to pull the old body swap. You know, these type of dudes, man, they have, you know, you start moving them around. Next thing you know, they go in some room and another body got swapped. He free and he got somebody standing in his place.
Oh, you think this might be the body double thing?
We gonna put them all on the table. We got to put them all on the table. Let the people decide. So this could be the opportunity for the body double. This could have been a Clinton hit. Gone wrong. It could be a warning hit. Now look. Don't get too crazy on that stand. right? We can get to you. So, where's the footage?
Yeah, yeah. I would think that that tier would be under surveillance.
What
Yeah, I don't know
TMZ
about.
at with the footage?
Yeah, I mean, you would think the guy that had that many ties and that many powerful, allies. You would think suicide would be out of the question because you always think like he got another play to make. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think he just tried to. I think Epstein's trying to do something. This might be. He had to go to the infirmary. So they went in the infirmary. They already had his body double right there, right?
Waiting for him.
And they did the old switcheroo.
He out.
Epstein over.
He on the island.
He going to the motherland.
Yeah. These are the ways that the billionaires operate. So y'all could call us crazy if you want to. Till Hotep Jesus get a body double. I'm gonna let y'all know. So I'm gonna have them show up like, look, that wasn't me. That was my body double.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know what you could do with a little bit of money. Shoot, all black people look alike. To white people, at least, y'all ain't gonna know the difference. I put a wig on that nigga. I'll tell Jesus. They won't know.
Reaction PR, thank you for the donation. What's going on, man? Back in the continental United States from Revolution Island. Yes, Reaction PR was down in the midst. I seen there was people protesting hard. I seen there was a lot of heads out there. The governor said he's stepping down. He's done. I don't know what's going to happen next. Allegedly, the feds is down there ready to kick ass and take names. So I don't know, but shout out to Reaction PR, man. Stay safe. Glad you're home and you made the flight back safe.
I mean, they're American citizens. If you don't like it on the island, bounce. You know what I mean? Y'all got the pass now, right? They citizens. Isn't Puerto Rico American and all that?
Yeah, they can come over.
Yeah, man. It's so bad. Reaction PR, we're gonna have to get the lowdown from you on the private chat, on the private line, so we can you could tell us what's going down on the island. Shout out to all my Puerto Rican people out there. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans. Brooklyn. I see. I used to date this Puerto Rican chick from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. We was copulating, yo. Yeah, it was going good. All of a sudden, she smacked me in my face. I said, "What the hell is this?" She liked the smack during copulation. I had to leave her alone. She was a little too rough for me.
Oh, they say Epstein's right down the hall from El Chapo.
He's down the hall from El Chapo.
Four cells down.
Why would y'all let them two be locked up in the same prison? That's like locking up the Joker and what's the name all in the same spot. Like that's Arkham Asylum or some shit. Nah, you gotta separate people like that, yo. Then again, all these cats is that level. We just hear about them too. There's probably a dentist in there that's in the mad shit.
I know, right?
Probably moving like mad drugs.
Moving that JP Morgan coke. The Clinton body count. Did we get another member? Another member of the Clinton body count? Was another number added to this, man?
I don't know. I thought this trended because of Epstein.
Oh, I don't know. I heard there was an FBI agent that I don't know, he killed himself in a nightclub, and he was one of the investigators of the Clintons.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man, you hear it?
He accidentally suicided himself?
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh, wow.
They allegedly the FBI came down and told nobody kill your cell phone videos. Don't post anything to social media. The whole 9 yards. You didn't hear about that, man? I think that's why the Clinton the body count thing was
At work. He did this at work.
no, he did like they had the FBI. There was an FBI I guess they get together. I guess they go out after work. I guess
Oh, at the bar.
Yeah, at the bar. They went to a bar.
Went to a bar, and how'd he kill himself? A gun? Pills?
Yeah, pistol.
A pistol? He shot himself?
Yeah.
In the back of the head?
No, allegedly on a public dance floor.
Yeah. And we ain't got no videotape of that neither.
I don't know, man. It's getting hard. I don't know. That's what the rumor is in the streets. But since he's FBI, if he's FBI, they're going to kill the stuff on. They're going to kill the mainstream media on it anyway. So you can't really get anything, super mainstream on it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. Well, R.I.P. to homeboy. Thank you for serving our country. You know what I mean? All of that good stuff. But I don't know. I saw today, man, white folks done put together a whole grid for the Clinton body count.
They running out of room, boy.
Yo, you had the grid was so big, you had to log on to the computer. You couldn't even access it from your phone, dog. You got to go on a desktop computer to go look at this thing. Man, I wasn't clicking that link. I don't want nothing to do with that, though.
No, man, there's a couple of those people that are doing diagrams. Somebody did a diagram of Epstein, right? I think Ryan Dawson did one.
Yeah.
And, I have seen this. It's like The Wire when they were going after, what was the fucking dude? The Barksdales, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the people are all hooked up, connected to the Clintons. It's crazy, man. It's really foul. They're really a mob family, man. They're a crime mob.
Hey, relax, saying that next to me, dog. I don't know this nigga. I only seen him one time in Brooklyn. We just do a show together. But yo, this is my beef with black people though, because they talk a lot of smack about us being closely aligned with the so-called right wing and conservatives. But if you say we living in a system of so-called white supremacy and you want to understand this system, you got to take information from both sides.
Right.
They showing you one side of the story. Who gonna show you the other? And when you start playing that old, anti-MAGA thing, you're missing out on a whole lot of information about this country and the way people move, the way these billionaires move. Because of, we are the Hoteps. A lot of information gets sent to us about this country. A lot of information, man. And I think you put yourself at a serious political and war disadvantage when you don't view the entire landscape. It's like going to fight a war and you only know about half the enemy. It's bad recon. It's bad intel, man. Especially when you say all these people are white supremacy. You better get all the info on them.
You got that right. Shout out to people in the chat. We're up to 182. Please hit that share button, hit that share, hit that thumbs up, get that. Let's try to get that number over 200. Let's get the Hoteps Been Told You show out there. People that are listening on the audio, please give us a review on iTunes and share that on SoundCloud. Tulsi, the original original left bay is suing Google. Oh man, they did it. They try to do her dirty, man.
Yeah.
Now Google is in reality she's suing them because They're hiding her ads and everything else. After the day after, the debate, that night she was like the most searched candidate, and they spiked her ads the next day.
No, the next hour.
Next hour?
The next hour, that very hour, she got off TV and they said, F your ads, lady. Turn them things off. And the most ironic part about it all is she was the #1 trending candidate that night.
Right.
We covered that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she sued him for $50 million, and she said that part of the disagreement has to do with them election meddling. She literally said, I want them to stop election meddling. So, we've been talking about, and that was my whole thing with this whole Mueller thing too, and we're going to get into that. But, it was talking about, like Russia meddling. Man, everybody's meddling. Yeah, it is your duty as an American citizen to meddle in elections. Right? It's your duty to. That's what a political campaign is. When you type in campaign into your dictionary, it says campaign is when you go to war. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So of course we gotta be meddling. And then it's funny they talking about the Russians, but here go Google. Meddling. Literally meddling. How you gonna turn off Tulsi ads? And we said they was going to hate. Remember we said like, yo, they just going to just ban her until we can't see her no more. They going to try and bury her. And look now she got sued. I hope she win, yo.
I know. I hope she does too, man. So shout out to her. I hope she's successful with that, man. But this shows you how fake they are. You would think, they would like, well, let's have the best man or woman win, and whoever's the best has a chance against Trump, and they're not even doing that. They have agendas straight from the gate, and one of those agendas was, we keep Tulsi. No, Tulsi can't get nowhere close to the White House. We don't trust her. You know what I mean? That was evident from the start, and it's evident now when they're election meddling. The same thing they accuse of Russia of doing is what Google is doing. And I can't believe they get away. Well, I can believe they get away with it, because the alphabets are in these software companies, and they run the show, man, as we can see.
Yeah, that stuff is a lot of that stuff is controlled overseas too. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast for a whole nother day.
A whole nother podcast.
A whole nother podcast. That's not for Hoteps been talking. I'm saying that's like one of them podcasts that you got to put on the blockchain under an alias.
You got a $150 tier on Patreon.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that. Can't get that free on the YouTube. But I think as American people, we got to get behind Tulsi. We've said this before, but to watch a company do something like that, and we have to get behind Tulsi as an American citizen. I'm not saying in these elections. I'm saying as an American citizen, we got to support her in this fight against Google in court. And we should file a class action lawsuit. All Americans, we should all hop in and sue this goddamn government for wasting our goddamn time, for taking all our money and messing up, and then meddling in our elections, and then wasting our money. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah. I'll stop right there.
What's up with your boys TPUSA, man?
Yo, see, they just be throwing. I created a fire and they just throwing wood in it now. Right? They literally throwing wood in it. They had my president, Mr. 45. They brought him down there, and Mr. 45 said, "These are some of the most brilliant young people we have in America." And you know what these brilliant young people in America did, Uncle Hotep?
What they do? What did they do?
They put the White House seal behind them, the presidential seal behind them, but it wasn't the real one. They have the eagle holding money in one set of claws and golf clubs in another set of claws. And then in Spanish, it says 45 as a puppet. They put this on a projection screen behind Trump while he was speaking at a TPUSA event. And
Total
nobody,
disrespect, man.
bro. These are the people. It's like, see, if the Hoteps was dead, that wouldn't have went down. I'd have been like, yo, y'all know y'all messing up, right?
Right.
That's why y'all need Hoteps around, man. That's why y'all need Hoteps around. But what you got is you got a bunch of people in that organization that are eating off of a budget. That's it. When you think TPUSA, you know what you think? You think vacation. You think influencer retreat. That's what it is. They throw influencer retreats across the country. So all the influencers get to come and suck each other off. I mean, wait, can I say that? My bad. My bad. All the influencers come and do a meet and greet and show off for social media, get on stage, talk about Democrats, or like Trotsky talks about Mensheviks, circle jerk, and then go home on donor money, right? That's what TPUSA is. It's an influencer treat for donor money, so they can sit around and talk shit about Democrats and get nothing done. You know what I mean? And get nothing done. And they come home and they do it again in the next city. And it's basically like a Ponzi scheme almost. It's like, you know, how do we just take donor money and make donors think that we're doing something, right? And then,
you know what I mean? Throw a couple events. You know what I mean? That's all you do. Throw a couple events a year. Hey, we brought some black people down here. We made, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you know, we had a White House summit about technology. Everybody that was banned from the White House Technology Summit. And everybody that was banned for the summit never got they verified back, or they never got their account back. Trump can get black people out of prison, but he can't get the white man back on Twitter.
No, you can't. You can't do that, man. You can't get nobody back on Twitter, man.
He can get a black man. He can get a black man off of a dope charge, trafficking and distribution, kilos. He can get you off your case. You could meet Kanye and kill, but a white man can't get his Twitter account back. Y'all gotta wake up, though. Listen.
John J. Hold on, let me read these super chats. John J. All these white supremacist billionaires got me sick. As a white man myself, do all y'all have any tips on picking up black shorties? I refuse to bring another white supremacist child into the world. John J. with the always eventful super chats. John Lemley, if TPUSA were brilliant, they wouldn't have so much roster turnover and sending out people who only know how to talk in talking points. That's exactly right. You know, that just shows you, man, they you know, they were so on guard about one thing, you know, and that's how you ran afoul into them, but they weren't checking, you know, behind them. They don't know who to trust, you know. If they were like, oh man, we can't have this guy in there. Meanwhile, you obviously hired somebody that did a troll to try to make Trump look bad. He was on your team. That was working for somebody from TPUSA did that.
Yep. That's the other possibility. The other possibility is somebody on TPUSA purposely did this. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and said it was an accident. All right. Maybe it was a Freudian slip, some sort of psychological thing. But what if somebody purposely did that? I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. I think it's embarrassing. And I think the organization needs to be reprimanded, especially after such high adulation from our president for the organization. But if boomers want to give them their money, they could do that. Sure. It's called TPUSA is boomer grab. Boomer grab bag.
Man, this gonna be hell to pay when their budget run out, man. They just gonna be scattering like roaches.
They're gonna be in. The sad part is they're gonna be in office by then. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna be either in office or they'll be at Fox or some other OANN.
Yeah. Yo, what'd somebody say about OANN today? Oh, did somebody say like it was a conspiracy channel?
Listen. I got some information on Owen and Bozo Pozo. Oh man, that's something else. Y'all gotta pay for the Patreon. Okay. I ain't touching that, but that's deep state. That's deep state right there.
I used to watch that occasionally. I was go over my mother's house, man. She'd have the cable, and I'm like, man, let me watch this news channel. I was like, oh man, it's all right.
Yeah,
they cover different stories.
Yeah, that's that. We used to say that about the Root. Remember when the Root used to be Hotep?
Switched it up real fast.
Things change up as soon as your thing popping, as soon as your media popping, and they buy that thing out. Remember, Vice used to be good.
Yeah.
Vice used to be like top notch. Not no more.
Yeah. We'll see. They might eventually switch back. You never know with these people, man. But the swing is to the left, and everybody's keep trying to draw that way and shit like that.
It's gonna be so obvious when we get bought out. They're gonna be like, how come they don't talk about such and such anymore? They used to what's going on here? We gonna need a code word. It's gonna be a whole nother format for HBO.
I can't wait to sell out.
HBO gonna have a whole nother format. I mean, Hoteps are just trying to tell you.
What's waiting on? Why are they waiting so long? You know what I'm saying? They're really struggling if they want to bring viewers back to their shows, to their networks. Man, the Hoteps been told, just sitting out here waiting.
They scared. They're scared. You remember when Bernie Mac? Remember for how long Bernie Mac before he got his show?
Yeah,
and he didn't get his show until Kings of Comedy. And at the end of Kings of Comedy, he's like, "Look, I'll tone it down. I'll be on good behavior." Saying that's what they waiting on for. Listen, look, we'll tone it down. I'm gonna be on good behavior. If that check looking right, we can tone it down. Yeah.
I'd be at the point like, hey man, just put in a contract what you don't want me to talk about, and there you go.
That's it. You know what I mean? I know my contract is gonna say I'm not apologizing for shit I have already said.
There you go.
If somebody dig up an old tweet, an old video, I'm not apologizing. That's my only rule.
Yeah,
I might apologize for some future shit. that's past after the contract, but I'm not apologizing for no old shit.
Back to one of the big stories earlier this week. Erica Thomas, the grocery line fight, grocery line etiquette, supermarket etiquette. First of all, do you get hung up if you see? I don't hardly ever see people having like 30 items trying to go on the 10 item one. I don't hardly ever see that anymore. And I think you used to see that in a while, but good old Erica had like 25 in the 15 or something like that, and this Cuban man. He said they called him white. He said, "I'm not white. I'm Cuban." He was like, "You ain't putting that white thing on me, man. Don't put that white man scarlet letter on me." He said, "I'm not white. I'm Cuban."
That shit had me confused as
He's smart, man. He don't want that. He don't want them problems.
Nah, he don't want them problems. He's trying. I'm POC. Quick. He threw that POC flag up quick.
For real.
This is POC on POC crime. This is not a hate crime.
He looked like Howdy Doody. He got nerve to say, "I'm not white. I'm Cuban."
That was a white liberal. Only a white liberal would say some shit like that. Like Sean King, "I'm black." Fuck out of here. "I'm Cuban." White liberal love to pretend, boy.
But listen, let's take it. Do you think this was a Jussie? She was trying to pull a Jussie. A lot of people were saying Erica was trying to pull a Jussie.
Well, let's take it back. Who goes to a supermarket and has altercations? This is irresponsible by all parties involved. Right. This is irresponsible. I never once thought I'd go to the supermarket and have some sort of beef with somebody. It's the last thing I expect to have beef is in the express line.
Right.
First of all, this is the behavior of the white liberal to come and be counting your groceries. Don't count my groceries, yo. Who are you on work here? They ain't got no authorization. He might be Cuban because Hispanic people, you give them a little bit of power, boy, they love to abuse it.
Oh, come on, man. Stop.
That was racist. I'm sorry. And I'm not apologizing for it. But this is what the white liberal does. They count your groceries and want to complain to management. Now, here's what this white man went wrong and said. This white man said, "I left, and then I thought about it, and then I went back." It's like one of those keeping it real goes wrong moments. That's what that was. It was a keeping it real going wrong moment. You could have just hopped in the car and took your ass home. Right? Now, white man come in there and he approached Hotep Jesus about my groceries. It's not going to escalate. It's not going to escalate. This is another problem with black people. We don't know how to deal with this. We don't know how to deal with white folks and white liberals. You're supposed to cuss them out and keep it moving, yo. All this victim stuff. You know what I mean? All this victim. "Oh my God, he told me go back where I came from." And she crying all on the internet. And you a politician. Imagine if Hotep Jesus was verified and I was an elected official. I'd have been like, you know what? You wait right there, Mr. White Man. Stand right there. I'm gonna whoop his ass from the express line to the express door. He'll get an express ass whooping. I'm an elected official. I could whoop your ass if you bother me. Isn't that what that means? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I seriously doubt I'm walking away in handcuffs if somebody bothered me and I whip their ass. All right. So that's hyperbolic me, right? Realistically, what would happen? This is what I would say. I would say, "Why are you counting my groceries? Who are you? What's your name? You don't have anything else better to do with your time but count my groceries?" This is how our conversation would go. There would be no back and forth. He has to answer my questions. And I'm an elected official. I'd be like, "Stay right there. I'm calling the police. I want your name. I want everything. Get your ID ready. We're going to take you downtown." it's open season on white men too. I'm not playing the victim card. I'm whooping your ass. You're gonna be the victim. I'm taking full advantage of the situation. But again, who goes to the store and has problems?
Well, a lot of people are saying she tried to jump in on the clout train. You know, the
Yeah.
squad just formed up. The squad just formed up that everybody on that was on that the go back to where you came from wave. So that's when she originally said, she said the Cuban said go back to where you came from. He's denied saying it. He said, no, I didn't say that, man. He called her a bitch.
He said, I did say that now. I did say that. That's how I knew he was telling the truth.
I gotta say one thing. He braver than me because I would have left her alone, man. I'm like, first of all, she way bigger than him, right? So
Yeah.
if she way bigger than him, you know her man is way bigger than her.
This is exactly what I'm basing my violence off of. The fact that this is a very small man. You're supposed to mush his little ass and keep it pushing. Her big ass, she could have whooped his
crying
ass.
and screaming, man. And then Goodman stand right next to him. She way taller than this dude. I'm like, come on, man.
This is for real. For real. Did you see the recent video with the white dude with the swastika on? And he had a swastika tattoo, and the black dude whooped his ass and made him wipe off his truck.
I see that.
You saw that? This is how we handling white liberals, white conservatives, Confederate flags. I don't give a fuck what you is. If you violate my space, we're not victims. We're not victims. We whooping ass. That's it. You don't like something somebody does to you, whoop his ass. Now, I don't know what generation y'all from, but I've been reading a whole lot about Andrew Jackson. You know what Andrew Jackson would have done in that express line? Andrew Jackson probably would have shot somebody in that express line. I'm telling you. Yo, when they tried to assassinate one of our presidents, Andrew Jackson, and they misfired. The gun misfired. He took the gun from the dude and damn near beat him to death. This is our founding fathers, our forefathers. We got to bring America back to its essence, man. You don't like somebody, duel. Take 10 steps, turn around and shoot. Right? Yeah. My solution for this problem was very simple. Bring this lady and this dude on pay-per-view, lock them in a cage, and let them go at it. Whatever happens, happens. You want to argue? This is why I couldn't be dictated, because if you wanted to argue over petty shit, we just going to do petty shit with you. We're just going to do petty shit with you. Oh, pay-per-view tonight. What happened? Two fools was in the grocery store and they got to fight each other tonight. It wouldn't be Mayweather or no idiots going to be fighting. You do two stupid people got to get in the ring. And if you ain't got the size, maybe you got to fight. You too big, maybe you got to fight two people at the same time. We just throw all of y'all in there at the same time, Royal Rumble style. And it'll be a cash prize at the end, so you feel like you got to fight. Like, this is the stupid shit I would do with people, man. It doesn't deserve. See, what happens is when it goes into the court system, it costs us money, right? It's costing the town money. No. If stupid shit happens in my town, the town needs to make money off of it. This is why I couldn't be mayor, because we'd have you'd be forced to fight at the boxing ring on Saturday night. This is how my courts would be run. Y'all going to the fight this weekend? Yeah, I'm going to see the grocery store people. Yeah, they fighting this weekend. That's how my town will be run. Really practical, man. And you see this country change a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Super chats. John J, code word. I like Jutang Clan. I say that with some ebonics behind it. Nobody gonna know. Jutang Clan.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
John Lemley, unrelevant, but either one of you see the new Tyler the Creator freestyle. It's a masterclass performance of trolling. Yeah, I see that, man. It was pause worthy, man. You see it, man?
Man, I seen that dumb shit, man. I don't know how anybody could. I don't even want to make a comment on that dumb shit.
We got to talk about him, man. He said he made 17 million in 2018, man. Why don't you get no? Why when they talk about black businesses, nobody mention Tyler the Creator? That's what he said. He made 17 million in 2018.
That's it. Only 17 million. Should have made more than that. Should have made 100 million. Problem with these people is they get in the wrong businesses. All that is from being on stage. You know what I mean? Until the black man no longer has to put on his tap dancing shoes, he'll never be free. Right?
Hold up, man. I thought Odd Future was getting that money out west with them clothes, that Wang. You got that Wang shirt or hat or some shit like that.
That ain't where that money coming
out there. They ain't getting money.
That money coming from shows, bro. Everybody know musicians get paid on the road. You show up. I mean, look at how much they get paid for an appearance, bro. He could walk into a spot. He could make $100,000 that night if he wanted to, right? Yeah. He could, let's say, some impossibility. He's able to show up at 5 events in LA, right? He can get paid 20 grand a pop, right? You could make $1 million a month just off showing up. These people are paying $20,000, right? They'll pay you $20,000 just to show up so they can sell, VIP and bottles for thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And then when you start talking about concerts and concert tickets, the merch is like, that's added income, man. But it's nothing like being able to show up and getting paid. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these. What about Chameleonaire? Like Chameleonaire's a smart dude. Mm. What about Ryan Leslie? Like nobody talking about the money he making. Ryan Leslie got his own software. Chameleonaire own software. They always feed us these nincompoops and tell us about what their net worth is, because they never really want you to look at like what real entrepreneurs are out here doing. You know what I mean? Like we ain't hear about Nipsey and blockchain technology till he died, right? They don't really tell us nothing until after the fact.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Because I remember like Jamal Mashburn. He former NBA player. You always hear about when the NBA players they lose all their money. You know what I'm saying? Just like Joe Smith, I think he was the #1 draft pick. He lost all his money. But Jamal Mashburn, he did it. He did the fast food route, but he bought a whole bunch of franchises. He killing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of guys, but you never hear about them. They never bring them guys up, man.
No,
they don't want that role model out there, to be honest.
No, I mean, look at the Forbes list, right? When you talk about the Forbes list, what's the only black list we get? Entertainers and rappers, right? And everybody runs to the list. Oh, which rapper made the most money this year? Right? Now, I don't want to see what the rappers made. Show me what some real black people made some real money in America made. Show me some real money. 17 million don't impress me. I know millionaires. My homie made $1 million last year. I know what $1 million looks like. It's not a lot of money.
Super chats. John J. The central bankers tried to take out Jackson. Now they're trying to take him off the $20 bill. MK Ultra Magic Kool-Aid. Thanks for donation. Real talk. Keith Drummond. What up, Keith? Agreed. Cuss him out and keep it.
Yeah, the bankers did try to take out Andrew Jackson. That's exactly what happened. I think it was called the Knights of the Golden Circle. Yo, fun fact, there used to be a political party called the Anti-Masons. Because everybody was a Freemason. And the craziest part is, in that election, that was Andrew Jackson's election. And in that election, they got 8% of the vote as third party. I was like, wow, this is some interesting history here. Well, I wonder what happened to that party.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to that party. Now that there was another incident that just happened, because I got logged on this morning, and Nancy Goodman, down in North Carolina. A mall, one of your malls, a middle-aged white woman got into it with a couple of sisters. She was trying to tell them to calm it down. Sister says, "My money is green as yours." Nancy said, called him the N-word. And she was trending. I'm like, why? Like, this is why I like. She's like, no, she had like a state job, right? I think, but she's really nobody. Like, who is this person? It's just a regular Joe. Why is she the number one trending thing on Twitter? Why?
She said, "You acting like niggas."
I was
she said it like a black woman too. Y'all acting like some niggas. Yo, you know what was messed up? Only thing I could think of my head was, what y'all do to upset this poor white woman?
You know they was cutting up, man.
Had messed up this poor white woman day. Yo, you know, like when people get to a certain age, their mind starts to go.
Right.
This lady's like 70-something years old, right? I would have been trolling her so hard. Oh my God, this is why I can't be around people. After she just said that N-word, oh my God, it'd have just been troll city from then. I'm like, what'd you say? Say it again. Say it again. You said niggas, didn't you? Oh man. I don't know why it's like the Bette Midler thing. Like everybody was tagging me. They was like, oh, look what Bette Midler said. She's racist. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is Bette Midler? Can we start there? Somebody came on my mentions. They said, you talk a lot of crap about Candace Owens, but look, she's standing up to Bette Midler. So I went to Candace's timeline and I went to go see what the lady was talking about. This dude was talking about. So Candace had, a clap back at Bette Midler. And all I could think was, I never want to have Bette Midler on my timeline when I die. Like, the last thing I want niggas to be thinking about is like, remember that time Hotep just got into it with Bette Midler?
I know, right?
No, y'all not about to do that with my name, yo. Sad, yo.
Victor Life 33 thoughts on Cerno and Ali. Did Cernovich and Ali get into it, man, or something? I don't know. I didn't. Your song for Ice Bay is Yo Breezy.
Man, I got a troll army that digs up dirt on Cerno and Ali every day and puts it in my mentions. Every day I get new dirt on those two. Those guys are just characters, man. That's all they are, You got Cerno trying to take credit for the Epstein thing. Oh, look what I did. I filed and then the Miami Herald filed in. Stop it, Cerno. You know you wasn't the first one. It was somebody else's name on that paper you followed up on. That's why the courts denied you. But that's a whole nother story. Ali, he pretends to be black. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked like Sammy Davis Jr.
Yo, he do look like Sammy, man. He's Sammy cousin. I'm going to call him Sammy cousin on the Twitter.
Yo, the difference between Sammy Davis Jr. and Ali is Ali, it don't got to perm his hair.
Come on, man. Did Sammy perm his hair, man?
Of course he did.
Come on, man. I thought that was straight, man.
Nah, Sammy was perming. That's what you did as a black man back then. That was the style. Frankie Lyman's, you know what I mean? George James Brown. Right? This was right before, this was the 60s. This is right before 70s hit and you got rid of the perm and traded it for your afro. You know what I mean? Sammy never made it to that era.
No, Sammy was close with the redacted. Man, matter of fact, he
was he one of them. He's smart.
One of them.
He's smart. I'm waiting for my ceremony.
See, he can't beat him, join him.
I can't wait to kiss the wall. This is why HBO ain't call yet.
I'm sick. It's like I can't wait looking at the phone like, why he ain't ringing?
Yeah, we can have fun, y'all.
Yo, that's hilarious,
We
man.
gotta
Yeah, I
have
don't know
fun.
anything about that Cernovich and Ali beef, man. You know, I try to stay out of that timeline stuff, man. It's just
They beefing with each other?
I don't know. Somebody's been saying that, man, on the chat, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if y'all could dig up that dirt and bring it in front of my face, I'd love to absorb it. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't get in between whole beef. But I'd love to laugh at it. That's crazy though. You know, the culture Twitter got banned this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And maybe it was over that. I don't know. Poor mismanagement. You know,
how long were they around on Twitter? It just seemed like it's starting to come around on my timeline. Then they got banned. I was like, damn, that was quick.
I mean, let's be honest. Ali was trying to create the Hoteps, right? This is what he was trying to do. I mean, he's been riding my tails since forever. He just basically tries to like outdo me. I don't know why. Maybe because my name is Ali that he felt like he got to be the one and only Ali, but he feels like he's in competition with me. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do anything with politics. You can have this, you know? So he saw us, the Hotep, and he's like, I'm going to create this culture thing, and it's going to be me, Poso, and Cernovich, and we're the new Avengers. And then he dragged little CJ into it. You know what I mean? So that's supposed to be like, you know, the Hotep crew. And it's just like, yo, Hoteps is organic. Like, we didn't like plan this shit.
Right.
It just happened. So I don't know.
No, I didn't know it went down like that. That was his baby.
Yeah. Again, I know everything that's going on out here. I don't say a lot because it ain't my business, but I know everything. Everybody brings me information. Everybody brings me information, man. And I'll be trying to, every once in a while, I try to warn the timeline about something. I'll be like, yo, da da da. They're like, you crazy, Hotep Jesus. All right, don't say I ain't tell you. I got spies in every nook and cranny of this goddamn thing. Ain't nothing getting past me, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. What else happened, man?
I feel like, hold on, let me check the chat because I know it's another topic that we missed. Shout out to Alex Jones, epic interview this week. I ain't gonna say what that interview was. The people, y'all know what it is, but I ain't dealing with that topic. Nancy Goodman.
Mueller hearing. We didn't talk about the Mueller hearing.
Oh, word, yeah. Damn, how we missed that?
That boy,
that's important.
Yo, man, he was out there. They asked him a question. He was like, "Man, what about this?" And then Mueller, like, I can't really talk about this. Well, you answered it in page 192. I'm like, here, let me read your answer. I'm like, oh my god, this guy was washed. And everybody, and people on the timeline were saying that Wiseman was the real deal, and Mueller was just a figurehead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people thought Meuller was going to be doing anything. In any type of organization, the person that's in charge never really does anything. They kind of just might give it a glance over and say, is everything in here good? Yeah, all right. And then they just sign off on it. Right. That's usually how these things go. Which in some cases could be negligence, right? You have to review the work of your employees. But I'm sure Mueller was like, I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, this stuff comes back to the fact that we got a lot of people sitting in office that are really old and the mind not functioning the same. and that's no fault to their own. That's what happens as you get older. But like when he had to correct himself about Trump, and was there any collusion? He had to go back and say there was no collusion because previously to an answer he had answered wrong. The mind started go. But again, I think we need a class action lawsuit, American people against the government for wasting our time with this.
This is incredible. How long was it?
The whole term.
Like, this is incredible. And this is something everybody knew. Like, everybody, on the rightish, the conservatives, the alt media said it was hogwash, it was a lie. I mean, there was no Russian conspiracy. Trump was not involved. We said that from the beginning, and we found out to be true. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and what mainstream media would led to people to believe that it was a conspiracy between the two. And now they were trying to get it on obstruction of justice, an obstruction charge to no actual criminal charge in the first place. It's a sham, man. It was embarrassing, man.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They keep bringing up exoneration and all of that, and it's just like the way our judicial system set up. You got to prove that I'm guilty. I don't have to prove my innocence. I'm innocent until proven guilty. People keep forgetting that. And the other thing that's really annoying is the whole hotel thing in Russia. Like that's not what Trump does, right? Like Trump doesn't build hotels. I could see if Trump was some sort of philanthropist and then all of a sudden he wanted to build this hotel in Russia. Okay, maybe that might look a little suspicious, right?
Right.
But Trump putting up a hotel, pales in comparison when we talk about the Uranium One deal from Hillary, and Hillary taking money for a speaking engagement, millions of dollars for speaking engagements in Russia, paid by the Russians.
Yeah.
And it seems like nobody wants to talk about that, and that's why I want a class action lawsuit, because we're having this ghost chase when we have evidence of somebody else who's broken the law, emails gone missing, clearly broken the law, and she doesn't even see court, So I feel like if Cernovich is really about that life, why don't you organize his class action lawsuit, you bitch ass mother? But it's a waste of our time to waste our time with this investigation, and Google is meddling with elections.
Right.
It
takes Tulsi Gabbard to do something. Tulsi.
Yeah. I mean, we had the DNC was rigged against Bernie, and nobody said nothing about that. Right? There's no investigation for that. And that was clear as day. Donna Brazil wrote the memoirs. We got all the evidence. Bernie said it. Everybody knows it was the truth. But here we got election meddling. And then you go look, and then they find nothing. Like, you should really feel stupid. But again, that's how you know it's all a distraction. It's a distraction away from the fact that we shouldn't have a Federal Reserve.
Oh man.
and then thinking about the Federal Reserve, this is a very easy deal to solve. All we do is we say, fuck you, you ain't getting no more money back. In fact, you've made so much money off the US people, you shouldn't want any money from the future. You should dissolve our debt. You should give us all those banknotes that you have that you've already printed. You're going to print us new notes free of charge, and they're going to be free of debt. And we're going to circulate our money our goddamn selves. But that's why they won't get off of these phony investigations, because as long as they keep the American people arguing over bullshit, we ain't never going to be free.
You got that right, man. I think it's a good end to the show, bro. You got anything else, man? I got nothing. Follow me at Handy Mayhem. I'm about to change it to Uncle Hotep. Follow him at Hotep Jesus.
Y'all heard it first. It's now at Hotep Jesus, at Uncle Hotep. Give him a minute to do his switch over. You know what's getting serious, y'all, when we changing the ad names. Mainstream, we coming. Have my check ready. And if y'all fuck with me, I'm going to Africa like Dave Chappelle.
All right, man.